friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Train Fever. When last you were here, we had built this magnificent 8 parallel pieces of track. That was the dream, that was the yearning that suddenly struck me, was that 8 pieces of track in parallel, all with trains running along them, would be a glorious thing and not entirely insane at all. Well, oddly enough, we've managed to get these pieces of track going to different places that are actually useful. There's something that surprised me, possibly as much as it surprised you, maybe even more. And then coming out the other side, it is quite crowded. If we pop through here, so we've got, you know, we've got trains going off that way, we've got some down the middle, and then we've got goods going over there. We also have, speculatively, a coal line coming in down this way. No idea. But at present, you know, we've got this narrow gap with 3 tracks turning into 2 tracks, although I can adjust this to play with to get our traffic in and out of the station. The station, of course, I have deleted. I think you can tell that for yourselves. You're educated individuals. So the challenge is going to be put in a larger station, and I haven't even looked yet. This might have been a complete waste of time, or it might lead to considerably more expense to come. It's going to fit. It's going to fit. I'm going to need to move it this way a bit. Okay. I only see one minor problem. All right, hold on. What if we do it the other way? Ooh. Okay, so the challenge is, yeah, you see, you're not going to get 8 tracks going in there, are you? And that's 5. Okay, what if we, you know, played it casual and went with 4? I want to use 5 though. I've never used one of the 5 platform tracks. Stations. It's a station. That's what it is. Interesting. I think that's what we'll go for. Hell, I've spent a load of money on this already anyway, so I'm going to spend a load more. I'm not even looking at how much it's costing me. Which building do you want me to remove? Alright, yeah. You know, I only want to remove stuff that it's mandatory I remove. Which building do you want me to get rid of? Alright, well, one thing that I've found in terms of getting rid of this stuff is if you break the road up. Okay. We can get rid of that bit. We can get rid of this bit. Which building? Oh, apparently this is a building. A bad ping pong table, a bench, and a slide. Alright, well, you know, no tears were shed there. Okay, right, so we're still going to want to go a little bit further with this, unfortunately. We need to get rid of this bus stop. Alright, this is 1.6 million. I'm not going to get back immediately. Building must be, go on in. What am I missing now? Right, I don't need to remove that one. I can do the road trick there. Let's, no. Yes. And already I am asking myself, is this going to be worth the hassle? I have to say that I really hope it is. I think, you know, and what we're aiming for here, it's not going to provide that much more in terms of growth. Well, it should do, actually. It should provide a little bit more growth, but that's not the reason we're doing it. We're doing it for the spectacle, friends. We're doing it because it's going to look good if I manage to get enough trains running down here. What does the other end look like? I don't know if I've got enough space at the other end for points and so on. I might have to delete all of that lot as well. Ah, hell, I'm in a deleting mood. There we go. Let's bang it in. All right. Okay, so let's connect some of these up here, and that will give us the slope is not too high. Okay, there is a bit of a slope. All right. Well, let's. Given that it's only because you're curving upwards a little there, you should now go straight in. And once I've got a few of these connected up, we'll see where points are going to be needed in order to merge. Because obviously I've got 8 tracks here, and there's only station for 5. Now we're going to want the flexibility to be able to bring these things in anywhere we need to. What do you think? Bring the outside? Bring the middle one? Nope, I think it's going to be the outside. Which, of course, is colliding with the middle one. No, look. Look, it's your friend. No, yeah, stuff it. Let's get rid of that a little bit, and then you can do as you please. There we go. Okay, now we're going to... I mean, the space to actually merge these lines is incredibly limited. So let's pull this one onto here. Alright, that's something that's happening. Equally, we'll pull this one onto there. And then it's going to be diamond junctions galore after that. We'll pull this onto there. And this is just the loose ends. This is not actually taking them where they need to go. This is purely doing a bit of loose end stuff. Yeah, okay, right. I know, when I started talking about this, you thought I meant, you know, it's going to be 80 miles of 8-track moving seamlessly together through the desert. No, it's not. It's not that at all. Right, I'm going to delete this lot. You might ask, why am I deleting this lot? In fact, you know why I'm deleting this lot. It's incredibly obvious. For anybody who's played longer than, you know, a couple of hours, I need all of this snapped together so that I can junction up. Because that gap in the middle would say, oh no, junction's not possible. Please complete it in 2 steps. And that's the sort of thing that leaves you yelling. We're not in the mood for yelling. There we go. Right, alright, so I now have maximum choice here. Well, I've got as much space as I'm going to get for actually merging these together properly. So the question is, if I need to get someone from this edge here, which I will never need to do, how would I go about doing it? Well, firstly, we need to merge. We need to give these merger options in before they get onto the full 8 set. So let's keep the speed up, and then diamond junctions galore. Unsuitable location for a diamond crossing. Is it because it's on a corner, maybe? Is it because it's got other track next to it? That's certainly possible. Let's try it going in the opposite direction just to be on the safe side. No, it's not going to do it. So that means we'd have to do it on the straight. And actually, that's possibly better given the station for goods is just there. So let's put one in here. Now, can I run another one next to it, I wonder? Now, this one's unlikely to be used, but I want to get it in anyway in case I need it. There we go. Alright, alright. Double diamond. And then, realistically, we want them to be able to switch onto either track, so we probably want a diamond in the middle. Not possible. Please build in 2 steps. You shouldn't be giving me that flannel. No. I'm not having that. That's not going to stand up. Okay. Anyway, so in this episode, we're continuing from the last one. Yeah, I know we're 10 minutes in virtually, and I'm just telling you what I'm working on now. Interesting. I wonder why you're colliding there. And there's a little gap in the track. We'll bleed off a little bit of extra, just in case we need it. Go on, do it. Yes. Perfect. Well, maybe not. Maybe perfect, maybe not. But that means effectively that I can cross from here as far as there. Not perfect, but if I'm driving on the right, which is where I would tend to be, I can get all the way over onto the... No, I can't get all the way over onto here. Okay, well, unless I put another one in here. It's a tricky one because I'm not going to know if any of this works until I start routing, and it will only be when the queues start to form that we figure out that actually, you know, you've made a horrific mistake. That's not going to work. All right, well, we'll leave that set of points in there just so that we've got them. I'll stick another set there as well, just so that we've got them. And then, I mean, we're basically talking about anything coming in from this branch is going down this side, anything from this one's going down that side, which does make life a little easier. We've got points at the end, which gives us options. Maybe I don't need any more. Maybe I don't need any more. Anyway, here comes the real challenge. That's the easy bit done. In fact, actually, before I move on, let's just upgrade the station so it can go full tilt. Okay, right. Well, that would appear to be the low-hanging fruit of line options, and then that's pretty straightforward as well. So far, so good. Now, I may not even need to go any further because the stuff that's coming in this side is Nailsworth from up there and Newton New Willows. Now, as the regular viewers of this series will already understand, I tend to run point-to-point services, so I don't actually need that to go any further. Hey, I think we might have something viable. Do we have something viable? Well, no, because that's for reasons I'm not entirely sure of. Well, I am entirely sure of because I can count. Okay, right. Well, that's almost doing what we need. We're going to need to. Okay, so here's the problem. Right, I'm driving on the right, coming up here. Right. Okay, I need to get into the station. Not a problem. I'm on the wrong platform, really, but you know we can live with that. And then I come out on the right, so going on the right is going to leave me out here, and I want to be on that bit of track. That's okay. If that's the only time I'm ever going to need to switch, we can do that there, and we'll make it a reasonably quick one. And that might be the only thing we need there. Everything else should be okay. Although we are going to want a set of points here as well. It'd be nice if it went there. Not here. No? Why are you not possible? Why are you getting this? See? Little gap, just ruining it for everybody. How much of my track are you going to delete? A reasonable chunk. Keeping all of this linked up is kind of important if I'm going to get this to work. There we go. Right. Do it without making a fuss. There we are. Marvellous. Right, so what was I trying to do? I was trying to take yeah, you come in here, you want to be over on that side. So that's there. What else do I want to do? Oh, it's these two. I need these two to split. All right, I think that'll do it. All right. So, meanwhile, coming out the other side, we've decided that this is a terminus kind of section. So I perhaps evicted some people I didn't need to. Well, sucks to be them. Meanwhile, let's get the road back in for the station. All right, that was easy. What have we got here? Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's have a whacking great cliff top kind of a feel to it. Do you want to go around there? Sure. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody's happy. I'm not going to complain. Except that's a country road. We don't want country road. We want some in-town goodness here. And for those of you who have previously highlighted that, you know, you can just upgrade roads, right? I do know that, but sometimes I want them to do, you know, things that they weren't necessarily intending to beforehand. Now, can I? Yeah, that's kind of cool. If I can use the big road here to flatten stuff out. There's a good episode, even though I say so myself, there's a good episode in an earlier series that I did where I talked about terraforming using roads. It's actually pretty handy. if you search for sunken station, it will show you a thing or two about sinking roads in order to level your terrain out, and then you remove them again, and you're good to go. But it will show you how you can take things down actually pretty deep if you want to build a properly sunken part of your network. I commend it to you. All right, let's peel you around here onto the end there. And if someone were to build a little house there, that would be splendid. Okay, someone? Little house there. Okay. I've put the recommendation in. What the heck is that? Let's have a look at that. That is not a bit of road you want to stall on. No, let's put it a different way. That's a bit of road you're going to stall on. Let's see if we can't just smooth that down a little. Might have to use the tiddly brush. There we go. Now, if you could make that a slightly more charitable bit of an incline there, that would be most welcome. No. Okay, right. Well, maybe I'm going to have to think this through slightly differently. If we go up here, that's not too aggressive, and then we can go across like that. Hey. That actually looks kind of cool. Good, right, and we managed to keep this bridge intact, which I hadn't expected we'd be able to do that. The other side of the stations I've taken a wrecking ball to it, so inevitably it is not what it once was. But we will continue around here, and actually, yeah, let's have a big bit of road going right in parallel to. It would be lovely if this big bit of road was straight. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah. We'll go as far as there, and then you can do some kind of crazy angle at the end if you must. I know, you turn up to watch trains being built. You don't turn up to watch me mucking about with roads, but I am mucking about with roads right now, and it's integral to the whole train experience. So you can just hold on a moment, and then I'll be back on target. All right, cool. Well, as far as transport networks go, that's some pretty hectic stuff. Oh, I actually want to carry this road on as well, don't I? Now, if we're lucky, there's enough space here for some enterprising AI individuals to build, but we'll see how it develops. I quite like the AI building system this game has in it. It's really rather splendid. It certainly looks organic. It's not quite so good if you're playing the US DLC, because there is a tendency in American towns, American cities, to build on grids, and as you can see, it doesn't grid so much. Grids a little bit, but not so much. All right, now before I continue, just want to put the bus stop back in, and if I'm very lucky, it will understand. It has understood. Now the question is, what's going to happen with the existing services? Theoretically, I should now be able to run this. Let's have a look and see if any of our routes have got confused. Banbury Lumber Goods is confused. And you can tell this because it doesn't have a frequency at the moment. And it could be I've removed that, although I don't think Banbury's anywhere near here. Oh no, it'll be picking the goods up from there. It's because I got rid of the tunnel. Or bridge, as it was, tunnel, as it will be. Alright, I've got to get this back in, and then I can unpause. Come on. Seriously, look, get a move on. The nice people are sitting here waiting for you to do something exciting. I appear to have stranded a couple of my trucks. That's not what I had in mind. Right, let's if we gave them a bit of space over there, if they would get out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Right, I want to come straight through here like that. Yeah, super highway. In fact, I can do even better than that. Is that another truck? It is. Okay, right. Well, in that case, I'm not going to do any better than that. Let's do that again. That's not as good. Why is that not as good? Oh, come on. Giving me this. What's that in aid of? I shall do it in smaller sections then, if it will make you happy. There we are, look at that. That's a thing of rare and uncommon beauty. Right, they're going to be problematic. I'm going to have to build them a little something so they can escape. Go on, get off it. Because I'm not going to be able to build the necessary crossing until you're out of the flipping way. Then let's see. I'd like to build a bridge over the top of this. Let's have a quick look. I don't think it's going to be possible because the pillars are going to get in the way. Oh, only just though. I really only just actually, with a bit of a minor adjustment, we might be able to get this. Oh, it's so close. And if I were to build the bridge in 2 parts, maybe that would do it. Or we could just go under. But actually, now that I've tried it, I might see if we can pull this off. What you got for me? I don't need that kind of height, although that did get over. Yep. Ooh, we're there. We've got it. Solid. Look at that. Now, I mean, if I was a structural engineer, I might have suggested that pillar's a little close, but you know what? It works, and that's pretty sound. Okay, good. Right, now let's run this back up to the tunnel, rather like that, and then we'll upgrade the tunnel. Go on, all the way under. There we are. Right. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not sure why it's felt a need for a tunnel there, but hey, you know. Whatever makes you happy, despite the fact that part of the bridge is kind of in the road. Okay, there we go. Smashing. Right, I'm going to tidy this bit up. Or am I? Am I going to leave you hanging again to wait and see if this works or not? Or am I going to unpause it now and just see what happens with our existing services? I'm going to unpause it now and see what happens. All right, see, I don't want to keep you hanging unnecessarily. And then I can do all of this smoothing out stuff when the good people are watching. Hold on, look, I want to make it nice. Right, and then we need some town road here. What are we rocking at the moment? We're rocking the big stuff, aren't we? Right, okay. Well, if we pull an angle along these lines out here, it's unlikely we'll get any AI building along this section, but you never know. If they did, that would be we'd have a really quite sizable, for this game anyway, really quite sizable bit of network. All right, okay. I think this is going to work. I have killed some signals, and I'm not sure what that's going to do for routing. So. In fact, here we go, I can see some stuff that's not going to make it. Duking Fields to Earthlingborough. Earthlingborough's up here. Yeah, it's just got a bit confused. It probably can't get to where it needs to go. No, let's unpause anyway. I've whacked the speed right up. So we'll be able to tell quite quickly if anybody is horrendously confused. Let's have a look. Yeah, Dukenfield Earthlingborough is not happy, which is strange because that's Earthlingborough. Should be able to do it. Now, this will kill the profit for this line for a fair chunk of time, while we wait for passengers to realise that the city hasn't just disappeared. In fact, no, that train's now working again. Excellent. Right, we don't need to follow it, but we're going to follow it. The better one to follow is going to be one of those the wood goods lines, lumber line, I guess you'd call it. And there's one now. Right, let's see how that pans out. You're waiting for a free path. Okay, well, we'll continue watching this chap as we wind down. How are we doing for signals? We've got signals. That should be fine. Okay, so yes, he's blocking this particular set of points, You're blocking that one, and this one gets out of the way, which should mean that this one here can head through in a haze of smoke. Now, if the game's got any sense about it, it will let this chap go next. There we go. Look at that. Train with some sense about it, and I'll let it through those points. And that's why I've got the signals where I've got them. Don't get me wrong, it could so easily have gone very differently there, but it didn't. So, haha, I rock. Okay, so next time out we're going to do a bit more fixing on this situation. Not least of all, I need some points coming out of the station so that we can get that onto the right side of the track. Because right now it has to wait all the way till here. I think if I'm lucky, I might be able to get it a bit sooner than that, which should free up this sideline, which is going to handle all the goods. And we're going to redevelop this section of junction anyway to work more efficiently. We need a bridge over here and all the kinds of stuff. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this was somewhat interesting. You know, we'll take somewhat interesting over dull. And frankly, if you made it this far and you found it dull, you should have switched off. I want to follow this guy just to round off with. There we go. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you ever so much for watching today. You know, let me know if you like this kind of madcap building episodes as opposed to, you know, general rambling while the game plays. And I'll catch up with you very soon. Yeah, what do I do now? Oh, cheerio.
Listen.